Welcome to the CouncilCast. This is episode 302, being recorded on July 23rd, 2024. The Council is now in session, and as with every week, we will make arbitrary decisions about topics on science, technology, and random shit.
Random shit?
Random shit.
Random shit?
Wow, Brian.
That echo was off the chain tonight. It just
See that?
going.
You see, two of them, I didn't even move my mouth.
All CouncilCast decisions are final and have no bearing on anything whatsoever.
Kind of like our intro.
That was a fantastic.
was the
Something
best.
that is not quite as shocking as our intro, though, is some scientists who have found some electric rocks underneath the ocean.
Oh,
What?
nice.
Yeah. Apparently, there are some rocks that are really, really, really deep down in the ocean, in the Pacific Ocean, about 13,000 feet, that apparently have a slight charge to them and actually are producing oxygen at the bottom of the ocean.
That's where it comes from.
Nice.
Yeah, so some apparently scientists, it's a pretty big deal because they're basically figuring out that you don't actually need like photosynthesis to apparently make oxygen, which I guess we've all kind of known, but it's
You just need
entirely
electric
possible,
Rocks.
yeah, that these rocks at the bottom of the ocean that are performing electrolysis are also producing oxygen that might be useful for the fish at the bottom of the ocean. Because it's actually putting oxygen back into the water. So, kind of interesting. Apparently, a big part of this is that in these areas there are apparently some minerals and stuff that a lot of people want to start mining, and so they kind of found it because they were surveying this area, and they basically are like, "Whoa, wait a minute! Before we start just digging the shit out of the bottom of the ocean, like what's going on
Maybe we should
here?"
look at
So,
what's going on down here?
yeah. So yeah, they're now the big concern is, well, maybe this might actually disrupt some of the ecosystem that's down here. So, but you know,
Yeah.
that's never stopped us
Every
before from
time
mining
we go
stuff.
drilling somewhere, it disrupts the ecosystem. Like, if we change everything about what's going on down here, maybe it'll change stuff. Yeah. Maybe it's a good
So
idea.
they don't know why the rocks were electric.
No, they aren't exactly sure why. But yeah, apparently they produce a little bit of voltage. What do they say? Just under 1 volt of power. So, yeah, I'm not really
Is that
sure.
like a licking a battery?
Yeah. Well,
Basically,
a
little
1 volt
zip.
battery.
Is that why I feel a little funny when I drink ocean water?
No, that's why you feel funny when you swallow rocks.
Oh. I feel funny
I'm
both
surprised.
times.
I'm surprised they didn't try and mine these things. And, pet rocks used to be all the rage for about for what, 6 months or
Electric pet rocks.
4 months or.
Now
But
more
yeah,
shocking
electric.
than ever.
I say
Yeah.
thumbs up for electricity.
Thumbs up for rocks at the bottom of the sea.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna give it a thumbs up for maybe possibly harvesting the electricity off the bottom of the ocean. So there you go.
That could solve all of our global energy crisis.
It's an unlimited energy source. I don't know what the problem is.
It's just generating electricity on its own.
Trickle charge of the world.
What's
Yeah.
the deal with electric rocks?
What's the deal?
Well, something that is not quite as electric as that is, but maybe more explosive, is DARPA's plan to build a nuclear-powered rocket. Yep, you heard that right. DARPA is planning to build a nuclear rocket.
That sounds. I mean, that sounds
What
a
could go
little-
wrong? Nothing
so I
what
actually
could
read-
go wrong?
Yeah, no, I mean never, right? I mean, actually, it's kind of interesting. I read 2 articles about this week, and apparently it's a pretty big deal because the idea being that they can make a rocket. Basically, the idea is you take a nuclear reactor, put it inside of a rocket body, and then instead of using like water to cool it, you use hydrogen or liquid hydrogen, and you use that to kind of cool the reactor. And as you pump this hydrogen through the reactor, it heats up, it expands, it turns into a gas, and you can use that to expel it out the back of the rocket, and that allows you to move forward. The idea being that here that you don't actually burn the hydrogen like you do in most chemical rockets. And so the biggest benefit is you don't have to bring an oxidizer with you when you're going to space. So your specific impulse is a lot higher, which basically means you're a lot more efficient at moving around, and you can have a lot more power available to you. So you don't have to necessarily follow like lunar or some of the trajectories that you have to today.
It sounds like a good way to
you fly with it.
So part of it is this is really, I mean, it's really designed for more deep space missions. So like this is one of those technologies that would be needed to get us to like Mars, for example, in a much shorter time period. They do talk about it. Something like this could get us to Mars. Oh, I don't know off the top of my head, but I'm going to say like 2 weeks or a month faster than normal rockets would today.
Oh, okay. But then you'd also have an unlimited. It's basically an unlimited power supply to get back to Earth.
So actually, that is kind of the idea. Is that because you actually only need hydrogen, if you got to some place like Mars that has liquid water or ice or something, you could actually do, based on the last story, electrolysis, and you can get hydrogen out of that water to refuel your rocket and get back home.
That's pretty dope.
That sounds pretty cool.
So yeah, kind of neat. The only kind of downside, actually, was actually designed all the way back in the 50s originally.
Of course.
And apparently they actually went as far as building a demonstration rocket and running it on land on Earth. And they show that it can work. But part of the problem is that they need a lot, as you would imagine, a lot of uranium. And part of this is actually when they designed it in the 50s, they were like, hey, we need to use uranium, obviously, because this is a reactor. And we also need a boatload of it, like 700 pounds of it, of, highly enriched uranium. Nothing ever goes wrong with that.
So,
well, containment had to be a problem.
Be able to fly anywhere without just getting fried.
Say that again.
They're that close to the reactors.
Oh yeah, you'd have to. Yeah, I mean you'd have to have a shield. They've got a pretty interesting design for it, but yeah.
Okay, so they've already thought about the shield portion.
Yes.
Okay.
One of the unique things though is that like they were talking about a lot of things about failures and what would happen like if the rocket that's taking this thing up into space just doesn't make it and the reactor just falls back to the Earth. They actually said that if it falls on land, it's probably pretty stable because they can just stop the reaction. But if it were to land in water and if the reactor got flooded, the water can actually trigger the nuclear reaction. And so you could have like
a big old bomb.
You just turn it into a big old bomb. Oops.
I wonder if they could ship the individual components in a much safer way to whatever ship they want to put it in, like build it in space type of thing.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe. I mean, it's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Well, I say, the higher the risk, the better.
The better. The higher the risk, the better it is. That's how the saying goes.
I think, if we're going to Mars already, it's a pretty risky thing. We might as well do it with the riskiest fuel source imaginable.
I mean, that seems fair.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's a really neat idea. Just make sure they don't have it blow up before it gets to space. So, make space tugs out of it. Thumbs up. Make us.
What if they just designed it in such a way? Like, I'll give it a thumbs up if they design it in such a way that it just won't fail. Have they thought about trying that yet?
I mean, I
Scientists
actually,
always think
I'm
of
only
that
giving
last.
I'm only giving it a thumbs up if they make it into a garbage scow.
Scow.
Yes.
Matt, if you're
Yes.
listening, scow.
Thumbs up.
Actually
Thumbs up for
heard.
that.
I actually heard the reference garbage scow, but not in reference to anything Star Trek. It was something in the past.
Oh.
I've actually
don't
heard
know.
it outside of Star Trek as well.
Okay.
Is it an old sailor's term?
It might be.
I mean, it's what I think it's generally like related to barges. So
Ugh. Barges.
yeah, or pirates. I don't know. Either way.
Yes.
Barges are pirates.
One of those two.
They're pretty
But-
much interchangeable.
Pretty much. I mean, but if you do have a pirate problem, you might want to get this new security system that uses AI to shoot your criminals with paintballs.
Amazing. I want it.
This
Kids
is
are always running in our into our yard, and I can't stand it.
I mean, I can't imagine how this is ever going to go wrong. Is that you have an AI device patrolling your front yard, and something comes across that it's not supposed to be there, and it just shoots it with a paintball. Like, oh, this little kid ran into your yard by accident, catching his baseball that he overthrew.
Is this on the
Whoop.
market?
or-
Could I go buy this on Amazon right now?
No, it is on Kickstarter though.
Or
No.
or someone's neighborhood chihuahua walks into your yard and gets pelted by a. That wouldn't be good either.
Yeah, you kill the neighbor's
Yeah.
cat.
Yeah, I'd kill the cat with a.
Shoot it just right and done. Cat dead, and it has a big
Oops.
blue mark on the back of its head.
I think the best security system is that.
I don't know how that happened.
Have you seen those videos? The Suburban Auto Group, the chimp.
Mm-mm.
You haven't seen that?
The which one?
It's an automobile commercials from I don't know where. It's called Suburban Auto Group, and Trunk Monkey.
No.
Okay.
See if you can find Trunk Monkey. Don't roll your eyes. It's hilarious.
But yes, you can actually do an Indiegogo for these guys. They put it up there. The Kickstarter closed, and you can buy one for at a minimum $1,400,
Oh,
potentially shipping this year.
No thanks. Thumbs down.
that sounds
Hard
pretty
pass.
risky. I mean, that sounds like you're going to get arrested and sued and or both.
Yeah. I mean, especially if you I mean, I guess maybe one way to round it is if you just used it in your house, but then do you really want paintballs all over your house?
The Trunk Monkey Theft Retrieval System. Because sometimes getting your car back is simply not enough. Another revolutionary idea
Oh my god.
you'll only find at Suburban Auto Group, pending approval by Department of Agriculture.
There's like
A
20
whole
of
bunch
them.
of those.
There's a whole bunch of them. They do all kinds of stuff.
Oh, official movie.
Yeah, you
the
don't need to
entire
watch the whole
trilogy.
thing.
We don't need to
No,
watch
no,
it.
no.
Suburban
They're very
Auto,
funny.
Tonight's sponsor.
They're very funny. You just push. There's one where this guy is screaming at him. He cuts him off in traffic, and this guy comes up and just screaming at him outside of his car window, and he's like, "Ugh," pushes the trunk monkey button. Chimp jumps out of the trunk, runs around, beats on the guy. Like, all right, get back in the bag.
Yeah, so apparently not only do they offer a paintball version of this, I'm actually reading the article now, but apparently they can also deploy tear gas with it.
Oh gosh.
But it's AI driven. So it's not that
Yeah.
you see an intruder and you are the one pulling the trigger. You're letting a computer decide when to shoot someone.
I guess. I don't know.
Thumbs down.
Apparently it's probably in a gray area where it might fall under the booby trap rules in the U.S., which would make it illegal. So
I think if I were out in
I
the
guess
woods,
buy at
maybe
your
if
own
I had a
risk.
cabin out in the woods, I think if I had a cabin out in the woods or something where I could use something like this and shoot critters that are trying to get in around, that would be fine. but to just
Why would you need
like
paintballs to shoot critters?
I don't know. I'm just saying it's not going to be good in anywhere in the urban area at all, where there are people and cats and
known for their
dogs.
adeptness to evade bullets. But paintball,
Or I don't
not
know.
yet.
I don't know. I'm saying
No, I think they should.
Yeah.
Actually, I got a pitch. I know my pitch.
All right. Excuse me.
All right, sorry. All right, I'm giving it a thumbs down on this one. I just don't think this is going to take off for these guys. But good luck. Which might be about as much as T-Mobile can hope as they acquire a majority stake in U.S. Cellular. So yet another big boy going down, I guess. Yeah, apparently, they are going to acquire the majority of U.S. Cellular, worth $4.4 billion.
So now, how many?
T-Mobile will own all of its stores, some of its spectrum, and some of its customers. So,
at what point does the government step in and stop all of their expansion? Screen monopoly.
I think. I don't think that's going to happen. I think that was the last hurrah was their chance when T-Mobile bought Sprint, and they didn't shut that one down. So.
Oh wow! The company recently acquired the Ryan Reynolds-backed Mint Mobile.
Yeah.
So T-Mobile bought Mint Mobile.
Yep. Yeah, they've been kind of on a buying spree.
Is the T-Mobile service better now than others, or is it like still T-Mobile, Verizon, and U.S. Cellular all kind of have equal amounts of good pockets and bad pockets?
I think it's same deal.
Yeah.
Not better, just different name.
Yeah. Just figure out which one works in your area and buy that phone.
Yep.
Buy that plan. Yeah.
Yep. That's about right.
Well,
so yeah, I mean, there you go. If you want to keep consolidating, I don't know. Thumbs down, I guess, for less competition here, though. So.
Yeah, thumbs down.
Yeah. Thumbs down.
What about AT&T? Are they still on their own?
Yeah, I mean, I think they're still the biggest, aren't they?
Yeah, after they got broken up the first time.
I think so.
They're just buying everyone back. Eventually, they're going to buy T-Mobile.
There you go. That would be bad. Very, very bad.
I don't see what the problem is. I like fewer choices. We already have too many choices, is what I feel like. What I want is just one company that runs everything. Read this book, 1984. Seemed like a great. I didn't finish it, but everyone seemed happy. They had a TV in their house. They were always going to parties. It seemed like they're chanting stuff. I don't know. Seemed pretty exciting. It's exciting times.
Yeah, AT&T is still the largest in the U.S. at least. So there you go. Well, something else that might be the largest is the new Xbox controller that features Deadpool's large ass.
What?
Have you ever wanted to hold an ass while you play games?
I mean,
or play your Xbox?
Yep.
Well, now you can. I don't know why, but apparently, I don't even know who's making this, but somebody's releasing a Deadpool Xbox controller with a very bulbous ass on the backside of it. Like, I don't get it.
Designed by Deadpool XOXO.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see this movie. I think it's gonna be fun.
I mean, I'm sure it'll be fun, but I mean, I imagine this kind of feels like it would be kind of hard to hold on to, though. Like, you just have too much cheek in the way.
See, I think it gives you like a real nice cushion, something you don't want to let go of.
Oh my god!
Do you think it's squishy or hard?
Oh, it's definitely hard.
That's what she said.
That's what she
said.
I'm absolutely in love with this. I mean, thumbs up. I can't believe they haven't taken and expanded this even more and made like the joysticks out of something else, or the buttons to resemble other things. So I guess that'd be my only disappointment. But good job, guys.
Good job. Good job.
But something that might make you also look like you have a big ass is if you're trying to smuggle live snakes into China and you want to smuggle 100 of them inside of your pants.
This guy literally had trouser snakes.
Is he on a plane?
He probably was.
He was.
Yeah,
An adaptation. Snakes in my trousers on a plane.
There you go.
A lot of snakes.
I mean, I don't even know how would you. Why? Why would you carry that many? Like, wouldn't have this just look odd?
Pants. Were they special pants? I'm confused how he had them all in there.
I don't get it either.
They were. What's the guy? The rapper? Wait, in the
Parachute
80s.
pants?
Yeah, they were.
MC Hammer pants.
MC Hammer pants. Thank you. They were hammer pants.
I give this a thumbs up. I think this is the greatest.
The greatest bust ever.
There's literally everything in space, Morty. Now get the back in the car.
Like snake pants. Pants snakes.
Snake pants.
Trouser snakes.
Snake pants.
Maybe he thought that if he had that many snakes in his pants, they just would magically turn into like snakeskin pants, like through osmosis or something.
There you go. You'd be like, how? You have I can't even say it.
I give thumbs down.
Is that 100 snakes in your pants, or are you just happy to see them?
Thumbs down on that joke too.
No, thumbs down on 100 snakes. If it had been 101 snakes, then I could have gotten behind it. But
yeah,
or 99, either way. Yeah,
101 snakes.
I haven't got snakes. I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 snakes, and a snake ain't one.
Well, maybe he did have 101. Just depends on what he counts as a snake.
What he counts as his trouser snakes.
Oh, that's acceptable. But is that a snake in your pants? Is that 100 snakes in your pants? Oh, Blaine.
No, he was only just talking about the one.
Oh, brother.
It's not.
Yeah. If they said, why do you have 101 snakes in your pants? Well, I'm taking them to a place that's going to turn them into a snake coat. I mean, that would make sense, right? A snake skin. Never mind.
Just turn them into a snake skin. All right. Well, with that, we're going to move on to our billionaire pitches of the week. And anybody want to start us off?
I got one.
All right.
I've already pulled together the jingle for it. I'd like
snake pants.
I'd like them to come up with a product called Real Fake Doors.
Get on down to Real Fake Doors. Check this out. Won't open. Won't open.
But they're real.
The slogan.
You just can't get enough of that,
doors.
can you? I mean, I could watch that commercial all day long.
Real fake doors that actually open. Got it. All right. I mean, sure. I mean, I like fake doors. Sounds good.
Real fake doors. Won't open. Won't open.
Is that your idea?
That's my pitch.
All right. My pitch then this week is I want a somebody to create an AI camera system that can detect cats. This is intended to be an outdoor thing. It can detect cats or other animals, I suppose. And when it detects them, instead of shooting them with paintballs like that other device we saw earlier, it has a laser pointer on it, and it just starts playing with the cat. And so, like, cat walks by, and all of a sudden, this like laser pointer just starts up and just starts moving around, and it gives the cat a little bit of entertainment for a little bit. And when
And
it's
then
done,
it shoots
just
it with
moves on.
paint? With a paint
No.
pellet? Oh.
No paint. Nope. It just entertains the cat for about 5 minutes.
A 22 long rifle.
But it could be raccoons, skunks, rabbits.
AI is on
I
the
don't know.
stand going, I thought it was a cat.
Okay.
Okay. I think that's fine. Yeah.
Laser pointers. Can we tie laser beams to frickin' sharks?
Liquid hot magma.
Magma. I would like to see a billionaire make a car that is powered by a nuclear powered car.
Mr. Fusion.
Yeah, this was a thing, I think, at one point in time. But I like the idea of bringing it back. I'm giving it a thumbs up, Brian. Even though it exists, I'm thumbs up in that one.
Really? It does?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
I mean, it doesn't,
GM
like-
made the atomic car a lot like in the 50s. I
It was
thought.
they really had a lot of fun with uranium in the 50s, but I'm just saying
I mean, you just played with it in your hands.
a nuclear powered car. I think that would be
They designed it, but I don't think they actually built it. So
probably at the
yeah, but it
Boat
was in the
Sports and Travel
50s.
show.
Mr. Fusion.
And it was actually Ford that did it. So there you go. The Ford
The atomic
Nucleon.
car.
Cool.
I like it. Bring it back. Build one. Thumbs up.
Yeah.
Nice job.
Talk about a containment issue. Slowly getting cancer from my commute. Driving around my nuclear car.
Your commute finally is actually killing you.
This is literally killing me.
Perfect. Well, with that, I'm going to go ahead and call this council meeting adjourned. We thank you all for listening as we do record this podcast live Tuesday nights on YouTube. And if you liked what you saw, and for some reason want to check out all the past episodes, you can go to councilcast.org, or you can maybe find our audio files on iTunes or your favorite podcatcher.
Some of them.
If you have a topic you would like the council's decision on, you can email us at idon'tcare@councilcast.org. Thanks for listening, and goodbye.